Hello and welcome back to the Scottish Crypto Show, the only Scottish YouTube channel focusing on cryptocurrency. Today's episode we are going to look at the cryptocurrency news from around the world. Please like and subscribe to the video on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at Scotsman Crypto. Okay, so first up today we're going to talk about the SEC. So the SEC is currently embroiled in a long-standing lawsuit with the XRP and Ripple over whether it was a security or not. And it seems that Gary Gensler and the SEC are waging a war on cryptocurrencies and trying to regulate them as much as possible. Without an independent cryptocurrency regulator, the SEC is trying to put itself at the forefront of regulation. No doubt the cryptocurrency industry needs regulation and it needs clarity so that people can move forward and businesses can progress without the fear of a year or 2 years later they're going to be subpoenaed by the SEC. As we can see by the website behind me, the SEC's number one priority is to protect investors. But it seems strange that one of the companies the SEC's went after and have now settled with is BlockFi. BlockFi are charged with offering unregulated, high interest yielding accounts to investors, something that the SEC has taken exception to and have fined BlockFi over $100 million. Now, there's two sides to this. So, obviously, the $100 million allows BlockFi to pay the fine, which is a massive amount of money despite the size of BlockFi. $100 million is still huge. But it does allow BlockFi to move on in a regulated manner, which is probably why the only interest-bearing crypto accounts that will be regulated. So that's a positive for BlockFi. But on the other side of this, Gary Gensler reportedly is all about protecting investors. He tweets about it all the time. It's the number one thing on the SEC's website. But he's protecting investors against high-yield interest accounts. Maybe you should look at the marginal interest accounts that you can actually make from a traditional bank. How's that protecting investors? Everyone's told from a young age, save, put your money in a bank, save with banks. But they're earning 0.5, 0.25%. BlockFi were actually offering significantly higher interest rates than this on cryptocurrency, and they've been subpoenaed and charged over $100 million for the privilege. I just feel like it's a bit of a contradictory statement from Gary Gensler. You either want to protect people and allow them to make money, or you want to protect big banks, which it seems like that is Gary Gensler's main focus with the XRP lawsuit and with this settlement with BlockFi. He's protecting big banks from cryptocurrency companies coming in and offering better services and better products to their customers. Banks are under siege just now from cryptocurrencies because people are understanding that if they move their money from traditional banking system into cryptocurrencies, they can earn better interest on savings, they get better loan rates. You know, you see what SoFi is doing just now. They offer better interest rates than even student loans can offer. They offer better rewards on credit cards, and we're even now starting to see cryptocurrency-backed mortgages. So the banking system are in chaos, trying to fight this, and they're using all their legal lobbying powers that they can and all their influence, and Gary Gensler seems to be falling for it, which is no real surprise since he did used to be affiliated with JP Morgan. It's no real surprise that he's taken their side. But on the other hand, what's more galling is that right under his nose, Gary Gensler ignores complete corruption, insider trading, whatever you want to call it. We showed a couple of weeks ago that senators and congressmen were outperforming the S&P 500 and even every single hedge fund in the States, bar 3. 30 senators, I think, in total had outperformed the best hedge firms in the US. But again, nothing gets done about this, and we're told it's because they're living a free market. Well, now we can see Warren Buffett invested $1 billion in Activision less than a month before Microsoft announced that they were buying Activision. That seems like insider trading, given that Warren Buffett and Bill Gates go way back and they're good close friends, according to CNBC. The fact that he's made over 25% on that $1 billion in the matter of a month because he invested in a company seems a bit fishy to me. But again, it'll be interesting to see if Gary Gensler or the SEC actually do anything, because they're all about protecting the elites, protecting big banks, and protecting those in the most power. Okay, next up is the story that the Canadian government is now using emergency powers to crack down on the trucker protest. With the Prime Minister announcing that they will freeze or seize bank accounts of the truckers. They've also banned, I think, horn noises, they've banned demonstrations, and they've banned large gatherings in Canada to try and send the truckers home and end this protest rather than actually deal with the issue that the protesters are raising. This is only the second time since World War II that these powers have been used by the Canadian government, so quite an extreme measure from them. And it just kind of highlights what I've been talking about for weeks, is that when you hold Bitcoin, it's decentralized, it's free from manipulation. The government can't seize your funds because it's not in a central control like a bank or wherever people hold money. You saw this with GoFundMe. GoFundMe got shut down because the government stepped in and made them shut down the fund. You can't do this with Bitcoin. And we saw that Bitcoiners around the world have raised, I think it's over $450,000 in Bitcoin since GoFundMe closed. Now, for me, this is quite alarming that the government is willing to take such measures over the fact that people disagree with their vaccine mandates, but also the fact that this is in Canada. This isn't in some war-torn, failed state where a warlord has come in and started seizing people's bank accounts or, emptying banks of dollars. This is Canada, a G20 nation, and what's more galling is that no one around the world seems to be saying anything about it. You've got Boris Johnson and Biden happy to comment on Russia gathering troops around the Ukrainian border, but the fact that over the border in Canada they are literally oppressing citizens, no one's saying anything, no one's criticising them because they're all in this G20 club, and they don't want to back down on their vaccine mandates. The Canadian government is effectively ending peaceful protests, which sets a really dangerous precedent in a country that are really proud of their democracy. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see that I've been tweeting a lot about why Bitcoin gives you some advantages over normal currency, because they can't seize your assets as easily as they can with normal US dollars or Canadian dollars. If you do want to start getting involved with cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, please download the Luno app from the App Store and use code BPMTormy, which is in the description below, to get £10 free Bitcoin when you sign up. Okay, last up today is just a quick story from the UK. As I've been saying for weeks, the UK media and politicians are way behind on crypto. They have so little grasp on what cryptocurrency is and what the potential is for it. We can see here the headline from The Independent: QR code Super Bowl commercial described as most annoying ad of the night. And one viewer says it didn't even cross my mind to try it. 15 people in the party didn't get up to scan the QR code. And The Independent's kind of shown this as it was poor advertisement, and nobody's interested in cryptocurrency. That was kind of the narrative they were going with. Well, if we see here, Coinbase is now second on the App Store within 24 hours of their ad. They were 186th before Super Bowl, so massive gains on the App Store. They also crashed their own website with the amount of traffic. They had over 20 million hits within a minute of the advert going live. On top of this, like I say, I've been tweeting about this as well. Everyone's slagging the ad as uneventful. It's just a QR code. Nobody's impressed by it. But everyone is talking about the Coinbase ad. So while there was loads of other ads that were, nicer to look at and more imaginative, Coinbase got all the headlines, whether they were positive or negative. It's driven their ad revenue through the roof, and 20 million hits in a minute isn't bad going for just a QR code on the screen. Well, that's us for today for the cryptocurrency news. Please like and subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at ScotsmanCrypto. As always, in the description there's links to Luno for £10 free Bitcoin, free Telegram trading signals chat, and also a free Discord that you're welcome to join. Thanks very much.